Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Kat, and this is a 40-minute yoga practice to withstand anxiety with comeback yoga. Thank you. Thank you for being here. This morning, we're going to start laying down. So, if you want to find a spot to do so, we'll place our backs on the ground, shoulders on the ground, head on the ground, but go ahead and bend your knees and ground the soles of your feet to the ground as well. As you come down, take a little baby step to bring your heels close to your pelvis. Maybe move a bit side to side to ground your shoulders and hips down evenly. And simply feel the support of the ground underneath you. Notice all the places where your body is touching the ground. You can bring your hands wherever feels right for you this morning. It can feel lovely to bring one hand close to your navel, one close to your chest, so that you can feel the rise and fall of your breath. Likewise, you could bring your hands down either side of you, palms up or down, or even bring them up overhead, stretching out through your shoulders, allowing the backs of your hands to come all the way down to the ground. And we'll be here for a moment, so you can even play with trying different positions for your hands and simply noticing how that feels in your body, in your mind, in your heart. And then once you're settled, begin to notice your breath. No need to change it. Just approach it with curiosity. What temperature is your breath? Sometimes you can notice that it's cool on the inhale, a little bit warmer on the exhale. What's the pace of your breath? And to notice the pace of your breath, you can even count the beats. Are there any smells or tastes associated with your breath this morning? And while noticing your breath, does it shift at all in any way? And as you notice your breath, feel free to move your body in little bits, just adjusting and settling into this pose. You can step your feet wider than your hips and allow your knees to come into center, feeling your leg supported. Be a little bit more restful in that way. Bringing your awareness into this moment, you can let your gaze fall on something in the space you are in this moment, noticing the colors, light, textures. We'll take 5 more rounds of breath here, whatever pace your breath is today. Practicing, notice these things that are in this moment. One more round of breath. Slowly, slowly. And then one by one, extend your legs long on the ground and bring your arms up overhead. Take a full body stretch here. Inhale and exhale. And please step your right foot over to the right, just a few inches, just so that your right foot is out beyond your right hip. And then bring your left ankle on top of your right ankle. So just crossing your ankles here. With your right hand, please grasp your left wrist. And with your right hand, bring your left hand over so that your hands and your feet are about in line with each other. Your left hand has come up over your head, but you're still grounded down to the ground, so you can kind of adjust as needed. So your body can be on the ground, but you're in this beautiful banana or crescent moon shape, pressing your hips over to the left, feet and hands over to the right. And then your gaze can be wherever it lands, be it over to the right, or you can turn to the left, or you can even move your neck side to side. But just continuing to place your gaze on something in the space you're in. Just noticing the colors, textures, the light. Noticing your breath and how it may feel different in this side bend. Noticing all the parts that are connected to the ground, supported by the earth underneath you. We'll take 3 breaths here. One more. And pause. Continuing to breathe, lift your left foot up, bring it over to the left, so a bit beyond your left hip. And then bring your right ankle on top of left ankle. Switch your hands. So now your left hand, your left fingers are wrapped around your right wrist, or you can interlace your fingers, whatever feels best in your body. And then bring your right hand all the way over across the other side of your head in line with your feet or thereabouts, and press your hips to the right. Be curious how this shape feels on this side. And then once you're settled in, notice your breath. 2 more rounds of breath here. Exhale fully, pulling your navel towards your spine, releasing air. And then inhale deeply and come back through center. Arms over the crown of your head, feet in line with your hips, full body stretch, fingers to toes. And then exhale. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, bend your right knee and bring your right knee in towards your chest. You use your hands to guide it in. And feel free to just be here in stillness, or you can create circles with your ankle, move your toes. 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend your left knee and bring it in towards your chest as well. As you inhale, slightly extend your elbows and let your knees fall away from your chest, creating space for your breath. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows, bring your knees in, massaging your lower abdomen, facilitating a full exhale. And 4 more times, just like that, inhaling, creating space, releasing your knees a bit, exhaling and pulling them in. Keep going at the pace of your breath this morning, whatever that looks like. Inhale. One more exhale, just so. And then keeping your left knee in, extend your right leg down on the ground. For some of us, anxiety can impact our digestion. And these 3 poses, bringing right knee in, both knee in, and then left knee in can be lovely. We're helping both with grounding down, moving through our hips and shoulders, and also massaging those organs that might be impacted, helping with that digestion. So go ahead and inhale, extend now, both legs flat on your mat, on the ground, wherever you are. Be coming up in a moment, so just take a moment to settle here. Now, to come up to a seat, there's 2 options. You'll know what's best for you today. So, one is to roll onto one side or the other using your arm as a pillow and then pressing up. And then the other is to cross your ankles and roll along your spine. And both rolling to your side, that kind of lovely side laying position, or rolling on your spine have shown to help with anxiety. And it just matters which feels best for you. So take a moment and experiment. Can be a tool to stick in your pocket. Sometimes it depends how you're feeling. Sometimes that rolling brings a little smile to my face, but wow, laying on the side, that's so comforting. Wow. So coming into our easy seat, go ahead and bring your palms together and gently rub them, creating sound and a little bit of warmth. And then bring your hands into your chest. Bring your thumbs all the way in so you can feel into your breath, maybe even your heartbeat. Ground your sit bones down as you lift up through the crown of your head. And drop your shoulders away from your ears. Press your palms together. Ground the outsides of your legs down, your feet down. Those are very subtle movements. Might not even see them, but you can feel yourself grounding down as you lift up through the crown of your head, Creating a nice long spine. Exhale here. And press your palms together. Lift your fingertips up. And as you exhale, bring your right wrist to the outside of your left knee or thereabouts. You can bring your hand to it as well. And then bring your left hand back behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder. Roll your left rib cage back, right rib cage forward. 3 breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, turn back forward, lift your hands up once again, and we'll do the same twist to the other side. So left wrist to your right knee, right hand back behind you, gaze over your right shoulder, twist through your rib cage. One more slow round of breath here. And then come back through center. We'll do that 3 more times, but just with 1 breath for each side. So inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Twice more each side. Inhale. Exhale. So you twist to the left, ground your right. Sit bones down. Inhale through center. Twist to the right, ground your left sit bone. And last one. Come back through center, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to the center of your chest, thumbs all the way into touch. And then from here, extend your right leg long. So press through the heel of your right foot, lift your right toes, and then bring your right hand down wherever it lands on your right leg. Bring it kind of to the inside of your leg so you can gently use your hand to encourage your leg to stay engaged. So lifting the toes, pressing through your heel. And then your left foot may have landed just where it needs to be. If you need to, you can adjust. But the sole of your left foot is going to come to the inside of your right leg, the thigh or the shin. Reach up through the crown of your head. And then with your left hand, sweep it out to the left and bring it back behind you. You can ground your fingertips down to the ground, or you can bring the back of your hand to your low back. You might even bring your left fingertips to the hip crease, the hip of your right leg. So just kind of play with like where does it land, and then be intentional about either grounding your fingertips down, pressing the back of your hand in, or pressing it into your right hip. And then just as before, roll your left rib cage back, right rib cage forward. And then last thing, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Simply breathe here. Whatever pace, whatever depth your breath is today, just opening up and creating space for it. And exhale. Start by lifting your head, then releasing your left hand, then releasing your right, turning back through center, pausing here. And we'll switch legs. So please bring in your right leg and extend your left leg out. Press through your heel, lift your left toes. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left knee. Not sorry, left knee, wherever it lands. Actually, preferably not your knee. Maybe thigh or shin, being kind to that joint. And then right hand sweeps back down, and it might be in a different place than it was on the first side, and that is always okay. Approach each side with fresh curiosity, and then open to the right and allow your left ear to come to your left shoulder. Exhale here. Lift your head. Release your arms. Gotta extend your knees and just give them a bit of a bounce, just releasing that stretch. And then swing your legs over to one side or the other and come onto all fours. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, feet extended behind. We'll come through 5 rounds of cat cow. So start by inhaling into cow pose, lifting your sit bones, lifting your chest, lifting your gaze. And then to cat pose, exhaling and rounding your spine, tucking your pelvis forward, your chin in. Inhale, cow pose, dropping your navel down towards the ground. Exhaling, cat pose, lifting through the center of your spine. 3 more times. Go with the pace of your breath here. And then when you're ready, come back through center. And step your right foot forward to your right thumb. You might extend your left leg back to come into a grounded lunge. Go ahead and tuck your left toes under just to feel as stable as possible. Now, for the twist we'll be doing in a moment, you can stay here to feel connected to the ground, to feel supported and grounded, if that will be just the right thing for you this morning. So, a little bit more air, maybe even a little warmth would help. You can lift your left knee. Same benefits, just kind of different energy, different feel to it. So, in your lunge, with your knee grounded or lifted, check in with your breath. And when you next inhale, rise up and come into a crescent lunge. And when you exhale, for now, we'll bring our right fingertips back, left fingertips forward, and come into a twist. If your knee is lifted, simply looks like this. It's grounded like this. Inhale, come through center, look forward, look up. Exhale, twist. And we'll twist in the same direction each time. So with our right foot forward, our right hand will be coming back, left hand forward. 3 more times. Simply go with the pace of your breath, exhaling to open, inhaling to come through center. Come back through crescent lunge, pause, and notice your breath, your body in this pose. Exhale, bring your hands down either side of your right foot. Bring your right knee back to meet left. Pause here. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hips back to your heels, your forehead to the ground or a blanket or pillow. Child's pose. 4 more rounds of breath here. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, coming back to all fours or tabletop. 5 rounds of cat-cow. Again, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. And when you're done, simply come back to a neutral spine, all fours. Pause here and step your left foot forward to your left thumb. Now, regardless of what you did on the other side, consider if your practice would be best balanced or supported by having your right knee down or lifted. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, crescent. And as you exhale, left fingertips back, right fingertips forward, twist. And then inhale, back up through center. Exhale. And inhale. 3 more times. Rest as needed. And when you complete your breaths here, pause in crescent lunge. And then take your whole exhale. Slowly, slowly bring your hands down either side of your left foot. Bring your left knee back to meet your right knee. Exhale, child's pose. Round your spine, hips towards heels, forehead towards the ground. Your hands can be extended overhead, palms down. Even ground your elbows down and bring your palms together behind your neck. You can bring your arms down either side of your legs, even between your legs. Just consider what expression of this pose, what placement of your arms most allows you to rest here. If there otherwise, bring your palms back to the ground overhead. And when you next inhale, to shoulders and hips, come back up and cross one ankle over the other. Bring your hips back and come into a seat. And then lift your knees. Ground the soles of your feet to the ground. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward, lift your gaze and chest, maybe stretch them out a bit, give them a bit of a shake. Toes as well. And then as you exhale around your spine, tuck your chin, come all the way down onto your back. Bring your arms down to your sides, palms up. When you next inhale, pull your toes under. So curl them under the pads of your toes towards the balls of your feet. Squeeze them in. And then exhale, Release and stretch them out, creating space between your toes, lifting them up towards your shins. And then one at a time, lift your legs enough that you can create circles with your ankles in both directions. Maybe 3 or 4 circles in each direction, and then move to the other foot. And then bring your feet back down. Point and flex your feet, noticing the engagement of the muscles all along your legs. And then bring them to stillness. Bend one knee and the other just a little bit, just enough to bring some movement and circulation through your legs, noticing your knees, sending them some gratitude. And then you can bring them back down, extending your knees. It can feel restful both on your knees and your low back to place a pillow or a rolled blanket under your knees. So if you have one nearby, please feel free to go ahead and grab one and place it there. And then bring the palms of your hands to your hips. Gently press your right hand down on your right hip, allowing your left hip maybe to rise up a little bit. And then press down on your left hip, maybe letting your right hip rise a bit. And go back and forth, just pressing one side down, lifting the other side. And then here too. Let your hips settle down equally, hands back to the sides of your body. Take 3 breaths here, simply noticing your abdomen and chest expand with each inhale. Exhale fully, twice more. And then bring your awareness up and over your shoulders. Maybe lift them up enough to roll them back and down, grounding through your shoulder blades. And take a moment, just bend and extend your elbows very gently, getting some circulation through your arms. Bend your elbows and hold for a second so you can create circles with your wrists in one direction and then the other. And then bring your hands back down to the ground. Notice the flow of your breath. And the next time you inhale, squeeze your fingers in towards the palm of your hand. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Notice the muscles around your arms. And then exhale. Release, stretch your fingers out. And then come back through stillness. Great movement through your neck, maybe a bit of a gentle stretch. Bring your right cheek over to the right, and then left cheek over to the left. And go back and forth a couple times. Notice how this massages the back of your head as well. Come back through stillness and allow your awareness to come up over your head to your brow. You can even bring your fingertips to your brow and gently tap there. Maybe roll your fingers along your brow and press into your temples, just gently rub your jaw, tap along your chin, and bring your hands back down either side. Allow your gaze to rest somewhere in the room or allowing your eyes to close. Notice your breath. Let it come naturally. Just notice. Feel into the support of the ground underneath you. Likewise, the support of this community, the support of this practice, feeling into your body and breath, being present in this moment. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath here at our own pace. One more exhale. Then inhale and reach your arms overhead. Stretch. Toes to fingers, everything in between, and then roll onto either side using your arm as a pillow. Pull your knees up a bit. Pause here. Then press down to rise up. Come back to our easy seated pose, our cross-legged pose. Bring the palms of your hands together, rub them. Bring your thumbs all the way into your chest. Gently tuck your chin back and down. We'll close our practice here. Thank you for being here, building this community, taking a bit of time to care for yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope to see you again next week. Take care.